welcome to my video here today. We're going to be doing a little variation on the sun salutation, a favourite of my brother's, which I always promise to record for him. And this is going to include a few other postures flowing in, so a bit of a variation there. Now, before we begin, we're just going to take a little moment to focus on the breathing. And today my suggestion for you is a relaxing restorative position to allow the chest and back to open across a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you could use some pillows, some folded towels or blankets, just to give a little height and opening through the thoracic back, the part of the back of the rib cage and upwards. And I've got a blanket here just to give a bit of an elevation to the head so the throat doesn't overly open. Now what we're going to do is sit towards the end of our support, particularly if you have any issues in the lower back. You don't want to go too close. The further away you can create a bit of a gradient incline so that the lower back feels comfortable. So just playing around with what you feel like for yourself. We're going to have the feet flat to the floor, the hands just behind the hips and softly rolling back, finding that comfortable position where the ribs get an opening. It opens through that upper back area. I'll just adjust my blanket there so that that's got support all the way to the tips of the shoulders, so the whole neck and head is supported. We're not crunching the throat, just creating length through the back of the neck, and then letting our hands relax down with the palms facing up so the tip of the upper arm can draw back towards the ground. Now you might like to stay with your feet flat to the floor, particularly if you've got any tension in your lower back. You may enjoy allowing the knees to drop out so that the soles of the feet come together, giving an opening into the inner thigh and hip area. Or you may prefer, if that's not comfortable, to let the legs extend out. If the legs extend, it's good to give a bit of a flexion to the feet so that there's a slight activation of your leg muscles there. So I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together, letting the knees open. We're going to close the eyes, finding a position that feels completely comfortable, and then using the exhalations to fully relax the body towards the support beneath us. Relaxing through the pelvis, letting that become heavy towards the floor. Allowing the navel to soften backwards to ensure our lower back is nice and long. Softening the back of the body towards the ground, towards the support. And then allowing the support beneath to create the gentle opening which brings spaciousness into the lungs, opening the lungs, so without force, finding a depth to the breath. And as you settle into your position, settling into the breath can then allow whatever thoughts been in the mind to fall away, any busyness there. The breath brings us to the present moment, helps us to relax, checking in that the face and jaw are soft. A relax in the eyes. Letting the back of the head fall with complete heaviness towards your support. And we're going to make 10 more breaths here, seeing if you can bring full conscious awareness to the breaths for those 10 counts. Once you've completed your 10 breaths, if your feet aren't already to the floor, let the knees now lift so the feet flatten down. And once the feet are flattened to the floor, just lifting the hips very slightly to elongate through the lower part of the back as though you're reaching your tail towards your shins. And then slowly bringing the hips down, and we're going to roll the body off to the right side, just taking a moment to rest to that right side. And once you're ready, lifting up by pressing into the hands to come back into a seated position. And from here we're going to clear the bolster away from the mat and come into a standing position. Great, so once you've made your way up into a standing position, we're going to position ourselves towards the front of the mat. So I'm going to turn to the side as I feel that that might be a bit easier for you to follow. So you can stay facing if you choose. And we're going to bring the feet to hip width apart. Firstly, creating a bit of movement into the body. We're going to stand tall, pressing the feet down, reaching down through the fingers so the shoulders glide down the back, pressing into the feet, lifting through the back of the neck, and as you inhale, raising the arms up. And firstly, we're going to bounce the knees as you exhale, bringing the arms down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. So this time a little differently. We inhale up and we're going to fold forwards as we exhale. Bringing the fingers to the floor, bend the knees, extend. And then press the feet. Inhale, lengthen, lifting the arms back up over the head. This time we let the arms swing as we exhale. Bounce knees, inhale up. Again, fold as we exhale. Fingertips to the floor, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, inhale, launching back up, arms overhead. Nice long spine. Exhale, arms down, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Fingertips to the ground, bend the knees as much as you need. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend knees. Inhale, long spine, lift tall, arms above the head. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming back down to the floor. Fingertips down. This time we're going to pause here. Take a moment to lengthen the spine. If it's better for you, bring your fingertips just beneath the knees, just not pressing your knees backwards. Lengthening your spine. Then we're going to bend into the knees. Take the hands either side of the feet, stepping the right foot back behind. starting with a high lunge, keeping the thighs drawing inwards, fingertips to the floor. Feel free if you need to put a bit of height like blocks or books underneath. Let the back of the head lift. We're going to bring that right foot forwards by bending the knee, pressing the foot. Let the feet come back to parallel. Lengthen, bend knees, inhale, lift. Arms above the head, lengthening tall. We'll swing the arms, exhale. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Fingertips to the floor, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend into the knees. This time the left foot coming back behind. Right knee over the ankle, squeezing the thigh bones in, softening the hips in towards each other. Strong feet. We'll bend into that left knee, press the foot forwards. We're going to lengthen and then bend into the knees. Inhale, lifting tall, coming back up with the arms over the head. And this time, let the hands come down in front of the body, joining the hands, taking a couple of slow breaths. Let the eyes close. And then as we reopen the eyes, on an inhalation, raising the arms up, softening the shoulders down. As you exhale, folding back towards the legs with soft knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, releasing the body down. Taking some slow, steady breaths. Gently lifting the shoulders up away from the ears. Face soft, jaw relaxed. And then as you inhale, lengthening forwards, bend the knees. This time we'll take the left foot back behind, bringing the knee to the ground, the right knee over the ankle. Taking the hands up to the pelvis and just easing a little bit back off that right knee for a moment as we squeeze in through the thigh bones, lifting the lower abdomen so the tail is long, and then with those actions in place, moving a little forwards to see if you can maybe create a bit more length in that left front thigh. And then we'll release the fingers back, drawing the tips of the arms back. Inhale, raising the arms, softening the shoulders down. Spread the hands, spreading the fingers. If it's comfortable, you can gently look upwards. If not, keeping the head looking forwards, particularly if there's any tension in the neck. Just creating a bit of space between the ribs and the pelvis, lengthening the sides of the body. And then as you exhale, bringing the hands back down to the floor. This time we're going to lift the left knee and step backwards into our downward dog. Thighs pressing firmly back. You might like to take a moment to walk out through the heels, lengthening into the backs of the legs. And then let the heels be even. Thighs pressing firmly back. And we're going to bring the left knee towards the chest. If you need, come to the knees, lifting the right heel high so that the left foot can step through with the knee over the ankle, squeezing the thigh bones in. Let the head lift up, then finding the right knee to the floor. Left knee over ankle, lifting up with the hands to the pelvis. Easing back a little off your left knee, squeeze the thighs in, lift the lower abdomen so the tail is long, and keeping those points engaged. You You can try moving a little forwards, which you might find that there's less flexibility because we've created our stability there, but the stability helps to make sure we're not pushing into the ligaments and tendons rather than instead using the muscles. So we'll raise the arms up, shoulders softening away from the ears. Again, if it's comfortable, you can look up. Just be careful not to collapse the head backwards. Keeping the head in between the arms is totally okay if that's better for your neck. Always keeping the neck comfortable. And then we're going to release the hand back to the floor, raising the right knee, bend the knee, stepping that foot forwards, extend through the body, bending into the knees. Inhale, lift and lengthen, arms above the head. And then as you exhale, hands coming back down in front of the body. Taking 2 deep breaths there. And then on an inhalation, soft knees, arms coming up. Exhale, folding forwards, bringing the fingertips down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release, let the head, upper body release down. Shoulders lightly lifting from the neck. Face soft, jaw relaxed. And then we'll let the knees bend, bringing the hands either side of the feet. This time our right foot is going to come back and the knee coming down to the floor. From here we're going to raise the hands back to the pelvis. Again, lifting the lower abdomen, squeezing the thighs in. And with our left forearm resting into the left thigh, inhaling just the right arm up and gently leaning to the left side. It's very small, subtle movement. If it doesn't feel good for your spine, just staying upright, opening the spine laterally. And inhale, coming back up, bringing the right hand down, hands back beside the left foot. We're going to lift the right knee before we change here. We're going to keep the right fingertips to the floor, bring the left hand to the left hip, rotate towards the left side, squeezing the thigh bones in, and if it's comfortable, letting the left arm reach for the sky. So you're extending up through the fingers. And then bringing the left hand back to the ground, both hands grounded, stepping the left foot back into your downward dog position. Thighs pressing firmly back towards the wall behind you. Keeping a firm press of the inner hands and the inner feet. In a moment we're going to be moving forwards into plank pose. So when we move forwards on an inhalation, if you imagine that you're doing a zipper up from the bottom of the pelvis up to the top of the pelvis, like a zipper on your jeans. So the abdominals are contained. So breathing in, breathing out on your next inhalation, moving the shoulders forwards. If you need, have the knees to the floor, really pressing the ground away, lifting through the back of the head. And then we'll bend the knees, just press back for a moment, and then scoop through, bringing the abdomen to the ground. And we're going to take the fingers back behind. And as you inhale, raising up through the body, pressing the legs and feet, and exhale down. Inhale, coming up, keeping the neck long, exhale down. Make sure the upper legs are as firmly pressed to the floor as possible. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And one more time, really press the upper legs down, the feet down, exhale down. Taking the hands back under your shoulders, pressing up to the knees, nice long back, toes under, lifting up, pressing the hips back to the wall behind you. I'm going to bring the left knee towards the body, that's the right knee towards your body. Lifting the left heel up high so that our right foot is in a forwards position. Knee over the ankle, bringing the left knee down. Once you're in position, raising the hands to the hips. Lifting the lower abdomen, squeeze the thighs in. Inhale, the left arm upwards, resting your right forearm on your upper leg, gently leaning over to create that very subtle lateral opening through the body. Coming back to center, bringing the right hand down, left hand down, lifting the left knee, keeping the left fingertips to the floor, squeezing particularly that outer right thigh. Check the knees still over the ankle, raising the right arm up, twisting to the right side. And we'll bring the hand down, bending the left knee, stepping the left foot forwards, let the body lengthen, bend into the knees on an inhalation, lifting tall. Let the arms come up, softening the shoulders down, face soft. And then exhale, bringing the hands back down in front of the body. Bending into the knees, inhale, lifting up, exhale, folding forwards, inhale, lengthen, exhale, releasing the upper body down, Uttanasana, holding there for a few breaths. And let the body extend, fingertips either side of the feet. This time we'll step the left foot back behind, keeping the knee high and walking the hands up. Just softening back off that front knee, squeezing the thigh bones in and then softening back down, pressing back through the heel, lifting the lower abdomen, raising the arms up. Now I'm here with the heel high, but if you're feeling a bit wobbly, just turning your left foot out so that it flattens the floor for a bit of stability. And then we'll go to wide warrior arms as you exhale, bending into the arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. And one more time. Holding there, finding a squeeze of the shoulders towards the support of the ribs. So everything in the upper back feels supported. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding down. taking the right foot back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Thighs pressing firmly back. Doing this zipper up as you inhale, move the shoulders forwards over the wrists. Thighs pressing up towards the sky. Knees can be to the floor if you need. Taking a couple of breaths here. Then the knees coming down. A little pressing back. Exhale, long spine coming down. And this time we'll have our our hands under the shoulders, pressing the legs and feet firmly to the floor. And as you inhale, curving the upper back into cobra, keeping the elbows in towards the body, and length through the neck. And exhale to release, pressing into the hands, toes curling under, up to the knees, lifting into downward dog. From here it's the left foot that's coming forwards, so bringing the knee to the chest and then stepping the left foot forwards. Remember, if you need to turn the foot out, feel free to do so, otherwise we'll challenge the balance, keeping the heel high. Knee over ankle, raising the hands to the pelvis, lifting up, softening off that knee, get the abdomen lifting, and then bringing the bend into that front knee, squeezing the thighs in, finding the stability. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, bending to the elbows, taking them a little back if you feel comfortable. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bend. Inhale, lift, and exhale, bend. And then we'll bring the arms back up and opening out, coming back with the hands next to the feet, bending the right knee, stepping the foot forwards. Take a breath to extend. This time we'll release the body towards the legs. Taking a couple more breaths here. And then we'll bend into the knees. This time rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the neck and head up last. Once you stand tall, raising the arms. And then as you exhale, bringing the hands in front of the body. Let the eyes close. Become aware of the sensations of the body. Aware of the sensations of the breath, the press of the feet on the ground, the strength and support in your legs. And then we'll let the hands come back down. So from here we're going to come down to the floor to do a few gentle stretches before coming to a relaxation. So as you inhale, bringing the arms up, exhale, folding forwards. Inhale to lengthen. We're just going to come to one more downward dog as we place the hands either side of the feet to step the feet back. then slowly lowering the knees. Let the knees come out to the side, the big toes together, pressing the hips back. If your forehead doesn't easily come to the ground, then take some support underneath so that the forehead can rest downwards. Relax the shoulders, using the exhalations to relax yourself further and further into the ground. And then walking your hands back so the body can lift back. And from a kneeling position, we'll take the hips to one side so the feet can come to the front of the mat, feet at hip width apart. We'll let the fingers reach forwards, and on an exhalation, slowly rolling down. But if you do need the hands to the floor, feel free to use hands to the floor for a little bit of support. So as you exhale, rolling back, allowing the arms to rest comfortably near the body, just adjusting the feet so that they're not too far away so the hip flexors can relax. And then gently rocking the knees from side to side so the shins are like windscreen wipers. And then bringing the knees back to center. And we'll take the right knee in towards the body, squeezing into that knee. Let the left foot extend away. And then we'll soften the knee a little away, holding the knee in our left hand. Let the right arm open, keeping the shoulder firm to the floor. Exhale, bringing the knee across the body to the left side. You don't have to get it all the way to the floor. Keeping the right shoulder as your anchor. Softness in the abdomen, softness in the legs. The support from the upper body. And slowly bringing the hip back towards the floor, placing the right foot down, bringing the left foot down, both feet even, and then squeezing your left knee up. Let the right leg extend away, squeezing nice and tight. And then we'll let the left arm open out towards the side. Allow the knee to go across to the right side, keeping the left shoulder firm to the ground. And slowly rolling the hip back towards the floor. Let the knee stay in. We'll bring the right knee back in so both knees are there. And then taking both knees in a clockwise circle to massage into the lower back. We're going in the opposite direction. And we'll bring the knees back to center. Let the feet come down to the floor. Allow the arms to comfortably relax away from your body. If there's any tension in the lower back, you may prefer to keep your feet flat down. Otherwise, letting the legs extend one by one so the heels can roll out, softening into the legs and feet. So you're finding a comfortable position of relaxation. I'm going to sit to talk you through your relaxation, and by all means, if you'd rather sit in a meditation position like myself, then feel free to do so. Otherwise, staying in Shavasana, relaxation pose, allowing the body to fully relax. Allow the feet to roll out, to soften all the way through the legs and the hips. Allowing the leg muscles in the upper legs to become heavy so that they just fall down towards the earth. Let the pelvis soften down towards the ground. And as the pelvis becomes more heavy, it can help soften the abdominals, the organs, and taking that all the way into the lower back. And as your lower back softens, and just allow that relaxing to go all the way up through the back, letting the whole back become heavy, using the full support of the ground beneath you. And the upper chest, the lungs, the heart, releasing backwards towards the ground, softening backwards, melting into the floor. Allow your shoulders to relax, bringing a softness all the way down through the arms, into the palms, into the fingers. Letting the back of the head go, so the neck can relax. A softness in the eyes, the jaw loose. Bringing the full awareness to your breathing. If your mind begins to wander, just come back again to the steady flow of your breath. Allowing every exhalation to soften your body deeper and deeper into the ground. So when you're ready, making the inhalation a little bit stronger to bring the vitality back, awakening back. You might like to begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, or making whatever movements feel good for you to start to wake the body back up again. And then when you're ready, let the knees bend one at a time so the feet flatten to the floor. And after a couple of breaths there, rolling across to your right side, you might like to lift the right arm alongside the ear for a pillow. Just let the body soften there for a couple of steady breaths. And then once you're ready, lifting back up to a seated position. Sitting comfortably, whatever position feels comfortable for you. And then once you're ready, we'll bring the hands together in front of the body. We'll let the eyes close for a moment, and if you choose, you might like to take this moment to create a positive intention for your day. Just taking a moment to focus upon that in the mind now. You might like to take one thing about yourself or something in your life that you feel full appreciation. Take a moment to revel in that appreciation. And once you're ready, we'll reopen the eyes. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your time with me today. Namaste. Thank you.